Hi everyone, I'm Nina from Husarion and this is an unboxing and getting started video on ROSbot XL. ROSbot XL is a brand new robot we released this year. It is an autonomous mobile platform for R&D prototyping and custom indoor use cases, and it has a bunch of great features like free SBC options, software running natively on ROS 2 and much more. So keep watching if you want to get to know more about ROSbot XL and see its unboxing, learn how to correctly plug its battery, get it connected to Wi-Fi, and drive it around with a keyboard and a gamepad. So let's go! Here we have a case with ROSbot XL, so let's open it up and take out our robot. We have here a basic version of ROSbot XL with Intel NUC inside. As you can see, it has a universal mounting plate, thanks to which it can be smoothly integrated with various external components like cameras, sensors, or robotic arms. You can integrate ROSbot XL with additional components by yourself, or you can order ROSbot already integrated with one of 4 available Steamdeck LIDARs and one of 3 RGB-D cameras. You can check out all available options in our store. Coming back to our robot, you can see it has mechanism wheels, which enable it to turn in place or drive sideways. Now, if you have a look at the rear panel of the robot, you'll notice it has a power button, HDMI port, 2 USB ports, an Ethernet port, so quite a lot of options. And then we also have some LEDs and buttons to signal and control the robot's behavior, and a USB-C charging port. Now, what's important, ROSbot XL comes with an unplugged battery, so before you turn on the robot, you need to plug the battery. We will do it in a moment, but first we need to grab some tools from the case. As you can see, we have here a set of regular wheels, so we can easily replace the mechanism ones if you want. Then a USB-C charger, and then an Ethernet cable, Wi-Fi antennas, a camera stand if you want to integrate ROSbot with external camera, and 2 Allen keys. You can use them to remove the covers of ROSbot, and that's what we're gonna do in a moment to plug the battery and also dig a little deeper into the robot's internal design. Before I walk you through turning the ROSbot on and getting it connected to Wi-Fi, I'll just quickly show you what's inside it. To do that, I will use that smaller Allen key to remove the robot's top cover. We're now inside the robot, and here we have a single board computer. In our case, it is Intel NUC, but you can also order ROSbot XL with Raspberry Pi 4 or NVIDIA Jetson Nano, or replace it with some other SBC. In case of Intel NUC and Raspberry Pi, ROSbot XL comes with ROS 2 image already pre-installed on SBC, but if you have NVIDIA Jetson or you want a different ROS distribution, check out reinstallation instructions in our written quick start guide. Link is in the description. As you can see, there is a lot of internal space, and it also provides 3 voltage options, so it's all highly customizable. You can not only replace SBC, but also integrate ROSbot with external equipment. Then we have a digital board which serves as a real-time robot controller. Digital board includes EMU, STM microcontroller, which provides high data rate and reduces computing power usage, an Ethernet switch, which provides low latency communication between a microcontroller and SBC, and a USB hub with 7 USB ports. The first one serves for uploading firmware from SBC to STM. Then we have 2 more ports on the inside, 2 ports on the outside, and 2 auxiliary ports. Plus some extra features. Embedded firmware running on this STM microcontroller is based on MicroROS, FreeRTOS, Platform I/O, and Arduino framework to make it as developer-friendly as possible. Coming back to starting the ROSbot, before you turn it on, you need to perform 2 simple steps. First, you need to plug the battery. To do that, you simply need to turn the ROSbot upside down and replace the battery cover with that smaller Allen key. Then insert this white plug into the socket. And then install the battery cover back to its place. Now you only need to attach the Wi-Fi antennas. And we're all set and ready to turn on the robot. To connect to the robot through Wi-Fi, we will need some commands. So let's open our written quick start guide. You can also access it. The link is in the description, so you can easily follow along. And as you can see, we have 2 options for connecting to the ROSbot for the first time. You can use an external monitor with HDMI, mouse and keyboard. However, we will use this second option and we will just use an Ethernet cable which you got together with the ROSbot. So now to get started, turn on the robot with this power button and then plug the Ethernet cable to the robot and to your computer. So let's move on and open the terminal. And here we simply type SSH, Husarion, add, and here we put this IP address. The default password is Husarion. And as you can see, we're in ROSbot's Linux terminal right now, and we're ready to connect to Wi-Fi. So let's check what are available Wi-Fi networks. ROSbot XL doesn't use a graphical Wi-Fi manager, but NetPlan instead, which allows you to have all physical network interfaces configured from a single text file. So to connect to Wi-Fi, you need to edit that NetPlan file. You can use your favorite text editor for that. I will use Nano. So we type sudo nano and we give path to the NetPlan file. We go to lines 22 to 23 and we put here our Wi-Fi network name. And a password. Then we save and exit the file. So in Nano we'll do this with Ctrl-O, Enter, Ctrl-X. And we apply the new network setup. If your Wi-Fi network setup is more complex, for example, if you want to connect to Eduroam-based Wi-Fi, which is popular in many universities, you should check out the NetPlan documentation. Now you can verify if your ROSbot is connected to the right Wi-Fi network with this command. And then use this command to find an IP address of your robot and save it somewhere for the next step. Now we can finally unplug the Ethernet cable, and while ROSbot is connected to the same Wi-Fi network as our computer, we can access it via SSH. So go ahead, open another terminal and type SSH Husarion add, and here we put the IP address we just checked. And then we have our ROSbot up and running with remote connection from the laptop, and we can move to another step, which will be downloading some necessary packages to our ROSbot. In this step, we will download ROSbot ROS packages that will enable us to control the robot. You can run the packages natively on your ROSbot's host operating system by just cloning them from our GitHub and building them. However, the more convenient way is using Docker images or utility scripts. Here we will use utility scripts as this is the quickest option. You have already remote access to your ROSbot in the terminal, so open it up and type this command. This may take a couple of minutes, so don't worry, just sit back and relax. We will now carry on with the written quick start guide to launch manual ROSbot control using a keyboard. So to launch basic ROS nodes, simply type this. At this point, ROS nodes from the containers are available at the level of your ROSbot's host operating system. And now you can check available ROS topics with this command. Here they all are, and now the last command to launch ROS node for manual ROSbot control. After running this command, you will see the usage instruction, so you can use it to drive around. Now we will move to a slightly more advanced method of driving the robot using a ready GitHub template for controlling ROSbot using a gamepad. As you can see, I have here a Logitech gamepad that I will use. A ROSbot XL doesn't come in set with a gamepad, so if you want to use that method, you need to have your own gamepad. So let's scroll down a little bit. And as you can see, we have here reference projects for ROSbot XL, including ready templates for controlling ROSbot from a gamepad, mapping, and navigation. First, as we deployed manual ROSbot control in the last step, we should stop the basic setup using this command. And then we can open this gamepad project and clone the repository to our ROSbot. Now let's move to the directory containing the repo we just cloned. Now you can connect a gamepad to the USB port at the rear panel of the robot. And now to launch ROS nodes that are necessary to control the ROSbot from Logitech gamepad, simply use this command. And now you're all set and you can use the gamepad to drive around. First, make sure that the mode of the gamepad is set to D, and then all you have to do is simply hold that left button and use the left joystick to drive forward, backward and sideways, and the right joystick to turn around. That's it for today. If you want to know a bit more about ROSbot XL, make sure to check out its manual. The link is in the description. You will also find there a link to Husarion docs with many great tutorials. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like, subscribe and stay tuned for more content on ROSbots and ROS. See ya!